There's the graphic up, and Trigger Happy's just going to take a Felios, clean off the board.
I respect it. I don't even know this is the game where they need to do it, but I respect it a lot. You don't want to deal with a Felios. We are dealing with a post-Aphelios nerf, and I don't know how well he would do in a team comp right now, but they did hit him pretty hard, so maybe he's not the terrifying force he used to be. Maybe he is.
Well, Apes Together Strong doesn't want to face the Jacks. They're going to ban it off. Followed by Trigger Happy's ban of Set. Set's alright right now. Not like stellar, but he's still pretty alright. Absolutely annoying. True damage tank, but hey, balance issues. Apes Together Strong is going to respond with a Thresh ban. I can respect it. Thresh is always a solid champion. The CC potential there is always on point.
So there's a lot of focusing on that guy coming from these Apes Together Strong fans, not wanting to give him some of the more dually top laners that he could go after. But Volibear coming off of a couple of buffs, he might be dangerous.
Yeah, we've seen him a bunch in the Pro Series, so that was before they buffed him. So I think there's a very real potential here for Volibear to shine after a few tweaks to his kit.
Shaco coming out shows early jungle suggestions. I don't know if I like picking a Shaco this early on, and I don't know that I like him in a team comp. He's great for solo queue, but in teams, just not sold.
Yeah, I find him questionable at best. However, I do approve the Leona pickup, especially now that Varus was selected for Minipod in the bot lane. Varus being left open here is slightly problematic as he's still one of the strongest ADCs in the game.
And Katarina coming out, we're looking at a lot of carries being picked up and taken early.
Yeah, Pantheon picked up for Sinai here, I believe. It could go mid lane, but it's most likely going to be in the jungle. I like the Pantheon with the Leona. There's a whole lot of potential for some CC and a whole lot of tankiness here.
Getting rid of Morgana, I'm not sure that I'm worried about Morgana right now, but she is the most banned champion in the ALS, so got to keep those numbers up. It's important.
Yeah. Tradition now standing. Morgana is off the table.
Getting rid of Kaisa is an interesting play. You're removing one of the more technically challenging but most rewarding ADCs, who provides a great deal of engage and power in team fights. I like getting rid of her, not letting them have one of the more dangerous ADCs. You're still leaving Ezreal's and all sorts of other power picks, but oh, never mind. We're not leaving Ezreal's.
Yeah, Olaf also picked up in the midst of all that, or picked off in the midst of all that. So, definitely kind of targeting Chakra here with the Morgana Olaf ban.
We don't know if Volibear was their jungle pick or their top lane pick. He's seen play in both roles. He's very powerful in both roles, but it's hard to dedicate a ban when you don't know where. And it looks like that Volibear was the jungle.
Yep, most certainly so. Although it could have been audibled into that position, I'm sure that guy is capable of playing Volibear in the top lane. But I would like to note that Xayah was picked up for Apes Together Strong, a super safe ADC here, especially with some Leona. Now, Leona does have like the problem of I'm engaging or I'm not engaging, and there is no in between.
So, looking at these lanes, it does look like we're going to have a Pantheon mid with a Kayle in the top lane for Apes Together Strong, with a Shin, Volibear, Katarina, Varus, Janna. on Trigger Happy. I really feel like you're looking at the difference between a plan for a team and some solo Q picks. And
yeah, most certainly. Trigger Happy definitely looking like they came in with a strategy. There's Peel for the Varus. Katarina can just get into the back line. Volibear and Shin can really encourage that behavior. Shin allowing Katarina to just stay tanky. This feels like a much better team comp out of Trigger Happy than Apes Together Strong.
So we have a number of very carry potential and snowbally champs from Apes. I really hope the best for them, but this just does not feel like the team comp you will need here. They need to win some lanes, and they need to put a lot of pressure feeding a Kale. So they're going to have to push those resources to feeding Lost Fox. Pantheon's going to need to roam a lot. So Logos and Jago needs to be mobile. That is their path to win. Because right now, their only front line is really going to be Leona and a little bit of a Pantheon.
Yeah, and that's assuming Pantheon can get ahead enough to get some tank stats in the mid lane.
So that's kind of how I feel about it. The engage is much stronger on Trigger Happy. The poke is stronger on Trigger Happy. I think the siege is just... If this game doesn't get out of hand quickly, it's going to be Trigger Happy.
Yeah, 100%. On top of that, Trigger Happy has really put a call out. They are looking for the fastest win in the ALS with this game. I know that guy was already making a call for it, so we'll have to see if they can perform that lofty goal. If our tech team can look up what the current fastest game is, that'd be awesome, so we can have that stat ready and on hand.
So that guy's trash talking,
which is normal.
That's what we expect out of him. I like the way they handled this draft, though. They seem to have known what they wanted and locked it in early, and then just filled with decent choices elsewhere. I like this Janna for Varus a lot. I would normally like to see something like a Thresh or something a little more beefy, but Janna is a great enchanter for Varus, so it should be good.
Alright, so we just got the result. 21 minutes and 37 seconds, the current fastest game time, which was NG Blossom versus Apes Together Strong. So, something to keep in mind as we load into the Rift. Which, looking at our runes and masteries, nothing seems particularly out of place here, I don't think.
No, it's nothing surprising.
Dull arcane comment coming out of the bot lane of Trigger Happy. Definitely looking to poke down the enemy champions.
But with a comp like this, you have to have a little bit of a poke going on. Surprisingly, with Leona, Shaco fears, there's not any, and Pantheon stuns. There's not a cleanse coming out from Trigger Happy, but I guess they're just not going to worry with it.
Yeah, I mean, once again, this is League of Legends, and at the end of the day, what our players are able to accomplish matters more than the individual parts of a team comp. You can have the best team drafted possible and still lose if you are unable to perform on it. So maybe, just maybe, Ape Together Strong has the chance to surmount all odds and win this.
So no invades coming out, just doing a normal spread. Just, people dancing and waiting, being boring. That guy throwing out a lot of trash talk in the all chat.
Yeah, just lovely banter, as always. Our players, super friendly, super kind, super polite, and yeah, all in all, a nice pleasant start. If boring, with no invade, no action, really disappointing you people.
So one advantage to the Shaco jungle, he gets to solo raptor camps and then start running around doing everything else. He's a pretty independent jungler, but we'll see if he manages to impact the team fights. People love to solo queue their Shacos. Pre-6, of course, Kale is pretty vulnerable, so that guy is putting a lot of pressure on the Lost Fox.
Yeah, definitely favor him early, as he will pick up the first kill of the game, hitting level 2 and quickly picking that up. So quick, in fact, that I wasn't looking, as TP will be burned up in top lane. Lost Fox not wanting to get too far behind on a CS after dying there.
You just have to know when you're laning as Kale pre-6, you're not winning lane.
Speaking of which, that guy looking super aggressive here. Ignite goes down. That guy ticking super low here. Pulls a sword to him for the extra shield. Isn't dead just yet. Lost Fox going to try to get in on this. That guy hoping to dash away here, I think. No, he re-engages very aggressively, but I think that's going to be the end of this fight, as one more auto attack should do the trick. And there it is. Finally, after an incredibly long and drawn-out fight, Lost Fox picks up the kill.
Senna should have just stayed around and helped secure that kill. I understand donating the kill to your laner, but that took too long.
Yeah, time is wasted, and that guy is TP'd back to his own top lane. Further ahead and better equipped than his counterpart here, as you can expect him to look for more fights in the near future.
Interestingly, Lost Fox dropped a control ward on the other side in the alcove. So, just to stop shenanigans from happening back there in the future.
And it looks like those two are duking it out yet again. Both sides trading autos, but not much coming for it. Ooh, big fight down mid lane, as Sad Girls and Lego Jinjago both want to fight, but that fight most certainly will go to the side of Lego Jinjago. Picking up that kill. Big engage down bot lane. Troll Noob getting hooked onto by Corey Trevor. I Minipod trying his best to get in on this and do some damage in return. Alpha Wolf is super low here. Varus shoots the arrow, but it just shy of getting the kill as that fight gets turned around.
So, Lugos Ninjago started with a corrupting potion. He was intending to win lane. He's intending to pop that and just kill his opponent.
Well, down bot lane, a kill does get traded off as the Shaco comes in, sign off, making that kill happen down in bot lane. But Alpha Wolf and Corey Trevor may be overstaying here. That is a Varus. That does have an execute arrow, and it does a fair bit of damage here. So Alpha Wolf is quite possibly poppable at the moment.
I mean, the CS difference is still very low. There's only one support. Alpha Wolf didn't pick up the assist on that kill, so no gold from that. And while all that was going on, Chakra was able to take a dragon.
Yeah, and while Chakra was able to take a dragon, there goes the kill onto Minipod as he does get the execute onto Alpha Wolf. Speaking of Chakra, he is pretty deep in there.
We're seeing a very large CS difference developing in top lane, which you can expect in a Kayle v Shin matchup. Kayle just can't get in there for another level. You're going to see... We're seeing a large minion difference develop now that Minipod got the kill on Alpha Wolf. That's gonna spell a lot of problems. I just think, these are the stories that will ultimately matter. Some Shaco ganks probably won't.
Speaking of which, up top lane, we have another Shaco gank as that guy gets ignited yet again. Lots of damage going down, but the ignite keeps ticking. Lost Fox is able to finally secure that kill with another auto attack. Once again, Sidon dipping out a little early here. The kill is almost guaranteed, but we've already seen that guy draw out fights. So Sad Girl picks up killed in mid lane while I was expounding on the play of the Shaco.
Shaco hasn't really made his presence known super hard on this map yet, but coming in to help with that kill, definitely a big deal. Already having the first dragon just snuck out, a big deal. He's just being an efficient jungler, taking care of the map.
Yeah, things kind of slowing down here for a second. As not much is going on. Drag's down, Rift Herald's up, but now the side seems particularly interested in going for it.
Top lane and a lot of red vision around Baron or around Shelly. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try and pick it up. And it's likely to go undetected.
Yeah, this seems like a fair enough Rift Herald to take. No pings really going out. No one seems to be particularly concerned about it. That guy, or Trigger Happy, kind of pulling up short here.
Vision of the area, and not a lot of pings going out about Lugos Ninjago just vanishing. They'll probably have to do a little bit better job warding the top half of the river soon.
Well, gold and kills remain close as these teams duke it out. Still shy of 10 minutes, and there's only currently a 600 gold difference, which is darn near negligible at this point in the game. Oop, that guy getting super handsy down bot lane as Flash is burned out of Lost Fox to get out of there.
A questionable move with no vision on a Shaco at the time.
Speaking of questionable, big fight down bot lane. Lugos Ninjago taking a lot of towers here. He's going to die as this fight continues to go on. Rift Herald goes down. That guy still here. He ulted in. The Rift Herald charges, and Team Ape Together Strong is still here. A kill is picked up by Troldanoob as this siege may have been overstayed.
Yeah, you got the Shelly off. You got a kill on I Am Minipod. It's time to go.
Yeah, instead, they traded 2 kills for 1 and got half a tower in their pocket. Suboptimal.
It was definitely not clean, that's for sure.
Speaking of clean, Lost Fox's top lane is going to get popped. Chakra coming in from the backside. That is a quick kill as things continue to start to swing towards the favor of Team Trigger Happy.
The mobility of this Shin has really demonstrated itself. Shin with teleport gets to be everywhere on the map. And he was just on the bot lane, picked up kills and assists. Then he was on top lane, killing Kale. That's how you like to live your Shin life.
For sure, as looks like Ape Together Strong will get a fairly uncontested dragon here.
Yeah, it looks like they just went for a reset, and Apes managed to sneak it in.
Well, decent macro play out of them as the game continues to tick on. Big fight up top lane. Lost Fox eating a lot of damage. That guy starting to get quite a bit of gold under his belt. He can do some things.
I mean, he's got a Tiamat and a Bomby Cinder. That's a fair amount of damage to be putting out. What I think I would expect to see from a team that wants to beat that, like, 21-minute, 30 seconds game time, though, is some much more macro play. There's just a lot of laning at post 12 minutes, and I don't know why.
Yeah. To get that kind of goal, you're going to have to take the next Rift Herald, and you're going to have to shove it down a lane, escort it in, get an inhib, and put in some work. You can't just rely on a decent laning phase to get the job done.
Sakral's also playing Katarina very passively, and I just don't like the idea of a Katarina sitting in lane all game. Like, get yourself up top to this nice squishy Kale and pop her.
Yeah, 100%. I think that they need to play a lot more aggressive if they have any actual intentions of beating the fastest game time. However, we have a nice fight going in mid lane. That Sad Girl super low. Lega Jinjigo is getting the kill off of the last tick of Ignite. And, yeah, that Pantheon's actually putting in a fair bit of work. But
Definitely.
Speaking of putting in work, up top lane, that guy decides to juke it out with Lost Fox once again, as Chakra is here to back it up. That guy eating a fair bit of damage is not going to matter because Volibear just kind of bear punches his way through that fallen angel.
Vol's going to get pretty beefy. We have a Cinder Hulk finished. He's going to be a little hard to kill.
Big engage coming in down bot lane, but that is a great ult from Troldanoob. That guy pops his ult on the Shin, looking to re-engage this fight as the TP is used down bot lane once again. As the Kale comes in, Lost Fox looking to duke it out. That guy super deep in the back lane. Kale ult goes down, keeping Corey Trevor alive, and this fight comes quickly turned back around into the face of Trigger Happy. Ape coming out the better. But there's a Katarina down here now, and that guy and Sad Girls are looking to duke it out and maybe turn the favor, but it looks like they're going to have to wind their way back away. They don't notice Sinah here? No, they do notice Sinah. They just don't really respect him particularly much, as they will slowly back their way out.
So
Meanwhile, Chakra just got free reign here top lane.
we have, I don't know, it felt like maybe Sad Girl got to bottom lane a little late there. I went back and checked the tape. It wasn't that late. That might have been the change, but it feels like Sad Girl's pretty far behind.
Yeah,
Lego
after we
Ninjago.
just saw that engage right there in mid lane, Sad Girl eating a ton of damage as Lego Jinjago is able to chunk her down to 25% health in a full combo. Things aren't looking great for the Katarina in mid lane.
And Trigger Happy wants to sneak this Shelly, but they've been caught out. I think this is a fight they should take, but they're going to need a
50-50 smite fest as I'm not entirely sure who picked up
Chakra
the
did.
smite. Chakra did? Okay. As that guy wanting to duke it out more. Lego Jinjago is in the wings though, but so is the Katarina, and that's a kill picked up for both of them. That guy getting a kill, and things swinging wildly. These team fights are incredibly sloppy and are not particularly one-sided in the least.
So if Sakiral's going back to mid lane, this tells me they should just go ahead and shove mid lane down, or they need to be shoving bottom lane down. They need to shove something down because you have a Shelly and dragons up.
Yeah, and on top of that, your Shin has already been set free from his lane as tower has fallen. Apes Together strong, looking to get this dragon here for themselves. As Chakra goes in super deep, it's going to be another smite fight as Dragon is just auto-attacking his way. Chakra's going to pick up that dragon for his team as the team fight turns to the favor of Team Trigger Happy. A well-timed KO ult is going to draw it out slightly longer than it should have been. But however, this fight is over, and Trigger Happy stands strong.
Trigger Happy has the better team fight. Like, that's just look at the teams. It's a better team fight. The KO ult was fine. That might have picked you up another kill. There were still 3 members of Trigger Happy standing. You're losing your mid tower.
Yeah. I am Minipod currently sitting with a 300 gold bounty here. Does anyone else have a bounty? Yeah, that guy with a 500 gold bounty. Team Trigger Happy looking strong. However, at the current rate, I do not see them breaking their goal of the fastest game win.
Well, that guy is, as they say in the streets, as the kids like to say, fed. He's 800 or 8,500 gold, over 1,000 gold, really over 1,300 gold more than anyone else, anyone on Apes Together strong, but the closest person to him is I Am Minipod. It's showing you the gold difference is definitely building. It's just building on Shen, which might not be the place you want it to be, but Shen's really hard to kill when he's fed.
Well, looks like they're finally going to drop Shelly down bot lane, looking to shove this tower out of the field. Bullet over, knock it down, take it off the board. Shelly gets the charge off. Lego Jinjago is going to try to counter this push by pushing top lane by himself. As Sina may be out of position here, Shelly not going to get the second charge off as they will pick her off, or kill her out of lane here. That guy looking for an engage, just not going to find it. Sina able to dip his way out of there.
See Lost Fox get some of his needed items. We have a completed Hextech Gunblade, Stinger is done, but no one on No one on Apes Together Strong has completed a second item yet, and that definitely puts them behind.
Well, big fight going on mid lane here. That guy stood in the middle of the enemy team for a solid couple of seconds, but they are duking it out under tower. You cannot do that as a team. And not at 20 minutes, you are not quite that tanky or that strong, and there's enough CC to turn that fight to the favor of Apes Together Strong. Team Trigger Happy may be getting a little too trigger happy there and costing them some for their efforts.
Chakra definitely overestimated the power of his ult. The ability for Volibear to just shut down a tower is great, but it's only for 3 or 4 seconds.
And that tower was fully charged. Its auto attacks hitting peak damage, to be sure, as it chunked out the enemy team. Although, weird mechanics question, does Volibear's ult reset the tower auto attack charge?
I'm not sure if it resets it. It definitely stops it and disables the tower. So, maybe.
Something we're gonna have to, like, science our way into an answer later on.
And we are passing 21-36.
Yeah. Record is now off the table, but that is a dead Lost Fox as he is caught out of position. Apes Together Strong hugging this mid lane tower. But Team Trigger Happy is going to be looking at this Dragon Pit very seriously for the next few seconds, as they are going to Death Bush. Well, they're going to decide not to Death Bush. But,
well, Pantheon's face-checking Baron to make sure that's not what they're doing. It really felt like, for a minute there, Apes Together Strong had no idea where their opponents were.
Yeah, not a whole lot of red vision on the board. And Dragon very easily picked up for Team Trigger Happy here.
Huh. I didn't know those audio effects were on that particular skin for Alpha Wolf. I don't play a lot of ADC, so I don't know all the effects that skins can have.
Yeah, there are some truly good ones in the game.
There's a bit of a reset from Trigger Happy right now. I think they're trying to evaluate where they want to push, but really, they need to do something because they're starting to stall out a little bit. And while I think the late game is definitely in their favor, the current game is in their favor.
Yeah, and they're only maybe at 3,000 gold ahead. It's not a super strong lead. This is exactly the LCS, and you do have to try to do a little bit better than that, as of course Trevor's going to get the cheeky Baron poke to get an auto attack onto Troll the Noob.
I mean, it's fun, it's disrespecting your opponent, but it's not going to matter. Other than just saying, yeah, we know where you're at. But the Baron dance is definitely on now. We have a few minutes before the next dragon, so it seems like a good time to set this up. Granted, we have a mid tower with like 2 auto attacks on it.
Yeah, as it looks like we're going to see a little bit of a siege here. I am mini proud on this Varus. Definitely does siege better than any of Team Ape here, so. Gonna have to respect that, as that guy's just gonna go top lane and shove this in. I like this call. He has to be answered by multiple members of Team Ape,
I'm
and
glad to
he
see
can
them
always
doing
just ult his way
something.
out. Yeah,
I think I would rather respond to that guy with a Pantheon. They both have a great deal of mobility, and you can save that teleport. Pantheon's ult will be up much quicker than a teleport will be.
you know, it looks like Lost Fox looking to get some action in onto that guy, but he doesn't do very much damage, and that guy chunks.
That guy also has a Bramble Vest on. Probably going to have a completed Thorn Mail here in a moment as he approaches 2,000 gold in pocket.
Yeah, and there's the completed Thorn Mail right there.
I really respect that Apes Together Strong are mostly moving together, but Alpha Wolf is pretty far out and alone right now. Okay. And they're moving back.
Yeah,
But
they
that guy's
definitely understand the concept of moving as a group.
That guy is definitely doing the split push well now. And we're approaching a dragon coming up. Apes Together cannot let this dragon fall. It is soul point. So
That guy may be in trouble here as some CC goes down. He's still super tanky, and Kale has to pop ult in order to keep this fight going. That guy able to kind of skirt his way around, but Lego Jinjigo is not done with this fight. But however, that guy's team has finally arrived. Lego has followed entirely too far, and he will be picked off. And that should mean a very easy dragon pickup for Team Trigger Happy, as that's a pretty big death.
that was a greedy play there. You chased him off, he's low, back off. You don't know where your opposing team is. Your jungler is already pretty hurt. Just back off. Reset for dragon. And that is Cloud Soul. Not the best of the souls by any stretch of the imagination. Nobody's gonna say that, but it's a good one.
I don't know. It's pretty good on multiple members of Team Trigger Happy here. It's pretty alright on that guy. It's great on Chakra. It's great on Sad Girls. It's not so great on I Am Minipod, but speaking of those members, though, big time team fight breaks out as one kill is picked up. Volibear doing God's work as he is going to pick up a second kill. Lego Jinjigo is out of position once again. He's going to stall it out, but he's going to die, and that's 2 double kills for the side of Team Trigger Happy as that guy and Chakra pick up 2 more to pad their stats, and should be a Baron shortly after as we start to see the end of this game come to fruition.
Senna had to just back out as well with maybe a fifth of his health left. That was a bad team fight for them. They got caught out.
Sina going to have to dip out again as that guy is going to try to get the kill. However, here comes the siege as mid tower eats a lot of damage here. Sina getting really deep. Uses his clones to try to get a little bit more harass out. I'm gonna just kind of dip out while he has a chance.
That is a Volibear with a Trinity Force. I am quaking in my boots right now.
Yeah, that's a big bear. Well, mid tower has fallen and the base is cracked open. Team Trigger Happy still looking to continue this siege. Um, should be fairly uncontested as minions start to arrive.
This is not in Apes Together Strong's favor, and yeah, you can't really engage in on a team like Trigger Happy right now with Baron buff, with this gold lead, but they're not going to win a poke war either.
No. With mid inhib down, looks like Team Trigger Happy is going to do my favorite strategy and start to clamp down onto the map and slowly and methodically remove every single advantage that Ape Together Strong has as they siege down the other tower and probably take it all the way to inhib. However, I think that they should be at least one member of Team Trigger Happy down bot lane to kind of disperse where the defense has to be.
That guy's probably going to be heading down there immediately after this back. They've got a ton of gold to drop. Actually, it looks like Chakra and Troll Danube are heading bot.
Yeah, I think that's a fine strategy. In that case, I kind of want to see that guy up in top lane.
I'm Minipod going for this lethality build on Varus. It's kind of the troubling build of Varus, the one that is so different from any other ADC, but it is so effective. And he has all these utility effects going on. Most notably, he's got this spell shield from Edge of Night. He is just very safe.
Oof! And very painful, as you can see his arrow coming through and removing half of the health bars on multiple members of Team Apes Together Strong. They're going to siege down this top lane. That guy is doing the proper strategy of sieging down top in response. As a kill is picked up, I am Minipod landing the skill shot to secure the kill there. Tower goes down. Lost Fox super low. It's going to get picked up. That guy flashing to secure the kill. Maybe a little bit overdone. However, it does give him free reign to harass the base of Team Apes Together Strong. He's going to dip his way out. Here comes the big siege. And this could spell the end of this game as one Nexus Tower falls. The second Nexus Tower falls. The Nexus is by itself. It's being defended very, very valiantly by the remaining members of Team Ape. However, it will not be enough as they will fall one by one, and so will the Nexus.
Wow, that's definitely a dead Nexus. Fantastic game. Honestly, Apes played admirably there for a while. They made use of the individual power of their champions, especially in mid. But like I said from the beginning, this is a Trigger Happy had a team drafted that is a fives team rather than a solo queue team. You get to that point where towers are starting to come down, and it's not just player cohesion, it's champion cohesion. You have a game plan set up for how you're going to win the game with this Trigger Happy composition.
Yeah, it definitely felt like they were out-drafted and outperformed. Apes Together Strong, making a decent showing. However, it just wasn't quite enough. Their early game was pretty decent. They kept it pretty close up until about the 10-minute mark. However, things did end up going against them as that guy just kind of ran over top lane.
That guy was definitely overperforming in that game. Chakra, as the game progressed, maybe the first 6 to 7 minutes wasn't as heavily felt on the map, but definitely began to, with that first completed jungle clear, starting to build up a little bit, really became a tanky force in the game as well. I have mini pod just playing exactly what he needed to. I think realistically, this was just a well performing team. Trigger happy showing why they are currently 5-3.
It looks like we might be getting an interview in just a second. It's
Oh
going to
Lord.
be that guy joining us
Hello.
here in the booth.
Hi.
How?
Hi.
Hi, that guy.
Hello.
So you won.
Yes, sir.
You won with the second slowest victory versus Team Apes Together Strong.
Actually, I think it's the slowest victory against Apes
Oh.
Together Strong.
That's okay. We play for the team late game fights, so.
So,
Well,
you were definitely showing a great deal of aggression in your early game, dominating a very weak early game of Kale. Good job on that. What
Thank
was
you.
the what do you feel like is the greatest strength for Shin in that kind of early game situation?
I feel like Shen, he's just really good, like into any matchup, just because of his percent HP damage, which is like in my opinion pretty broken. Because if you pull your Q through someone, each auto attack does like 11% HP damage or something like that. And early game, I just abused that. I would E in, Q her, and then she'd be at like half HP after I did that, and then I just do it again, and she's dead.
well, dead indeed she was. So looking at the draft of this, do you guys come in with a strategy, or did you just kind of luck into this team comp?
Yeah. So we didn't really come in with a strategy. We just came in with like our picks that we want to play. Of course, my Aatrox was banned, so I just pulled out the Shen. It was either Shen or Renekton. So, but no, there wasn't really a strategy, and our bans were just random.
So, y'all first picked Volley Bear. Just bans are done, throw down Volley Bear, let's go. Was that just always for Chakra then?
Yeah, for sure. I felt like I like Volibear, but I don't think I'm that great at him. I think I definitely still need to get better at him. But I feel like Volibear's like a really amazing champion right now, and he said he's pretty good at it. So
Just gonna trust him?
yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. Now, probably the least performing member of your team today was Sad Girls. Um, what are your thoughts on that?
Sad Girls, he's god. Today, he had to play against a Pantheon, which kind of cucks Katarina in lane. I feel because Katarina is laning.
Well, it didn't end up costing you guys the game, so things still ending in your favor. Any final thoughts before we cut to break? Any shout outs or anything? If you're still here, which it does not appear that you are.
Like he kind of
And
lost.
as he
Hello.
lags out. Yeah,
Sorry,
are you there,
what
bud?
happened? Yeah, something's happened. My bad. Sorry,
It
what
appears
was the question?
you lagged out. I was just asking if you had any final thoughts before we cut to break. Any shout outs you want to do?
Oh yeah, I
Any
definitely want to
call
shout out
outs?
my boy Ish always and my boy Ain't Your Mommy. Those two are some great players, and I hope they can play soon.
And thanks for
Gotcha.
the resub today. We do appreciate it.
No problem. Twitch Prime Gang.
Excellent. Hey, y'all have tomorrow off.
Yeah, I
Lucky.
know. Kind of sad. No, I'm kind of sad about that.
Yeah, but you get to watch games.
Yeah, but then I don't get to play a game.
Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
All
Maybe
right.
when we do our Casters v Apes Together Strong, we'll probably need a top laner because I don't think any of
Oh.
us play that role.
Oh, the best role in the game. I can't believe you guys don't play that role.
Like 3 supports and 2 junglers.
Oh, jeez. 3 supports only.
And on that note, support master race. I think we will cut to a quick break as we prepare the next game for today. We'll see you guys in just a second.